What can you tell us? Is this the start of the long-trailed Ukrainian counteroffensive that we've been hearing so much about for months but haven't yet seen any evidence of?
Well, first of all, I would like to ask a question to our esteemed listeners. Why are we even quoting the Russian Ministry of Defense? This is the institution that has said in the early days of its so-called special military operation that it entirely destroyed Ukraine's air fleet. This is the operation that claimed that Ukraine shot down MH17. It is the organization that is known to spread fakes, that is part of the disinformation machine of Russia. So why are we even quoting what it claims? I mean, there is no grounds absolutely, and it's just promoting the psychological operations that Ukraine's Ministry of Defense said Russians are spreading ahead of Ukraine's counteroffensive. It's setting, like when we say, "Oh, Russia claimed that it destroyed a huge amount of Ukrainian troops," that already sets the psychological conditions for listeners to imagine that Ukraine is suffering, that Ukraine will not win, that Ukraine suffered a defeat. And I mean, there is no grounds absolutely to believe this. Of course, well, I mean, what the independent analysts are saying, what the military observers and even Russian mill bloggers are saying
Yeah.
is that Ukraine actually conducted offensives on the southern front, that it established not a bridgehead, but a foothold on Bakhmut. The Russian military blogger space is abuzz with the Belgorod operations, where pro-Ukrainian Russian insurgents have recaptured, well, allegedly captured 200 square kilometers of territory into Russia. Why are we even discussing the Russian Ministry of Defense's claims when it's apparent that a second front is being opened inside Russia, when it's apparent that Ukraine is conducting successful offensive operations? Let's talk about that.
I suppose talking about whose claims and propaganda that we should be looking at. This Kyiv counteroffensive has been talked about an awful lot. The Ukrainian counteroffensive. Is there a risk that it's been talked up and hyped up so much that nothing is going to live up to those expectations?
Well, just yesterday, Ukraine's Minister of Defense has said that there will be no announcement of when the counteroffensive starts. Of course, Ukraine has been planning for it. It has been a central rallying point for getting Ukraine supporters to deliver military aid that could help Ukraine repel Russia. But there won't be any exact date of its start. I mean, Ukraine is consistently conducting operations with the help of the heavy equipment that it has. And just recently, an analyst has estimated that its tank supplies have equaled Russia's. So Russia started this war with a heavy domination of its heavy equipment. But now, because the world has been supporting Ukraine and the United Kingdom has been at the forefront of the support, the forces are becoming equal, and Ukraine is getting much better chance for a good, successful counteroffensive. So Ukrainian forces are consistently conducting operations all throughout the front, and it's really impossible to say that it's going to start like this day or the other day, because it is ongoing.